YouTube. This is Retta. I'm doing a reading on this new guy from the Federal Reserve that took Yellen's place. His name is Jerome Powell. For most of you guys, a lot of you guys have been with me from the beginning on this political journey, and it's not really political in this sense because I despise Republicans and Democrats. I believe in a deep state. And there are some good in each one, but there's a lot of a global elitism. And I said before in my past readings, if you go back and look for my weather modification reading on weather modification, and also is Trump part of the deep state? Look back at those readings. I predicted this decline in our social, our economic system. I said that the next plan of attack, and remember I started doing the reading on this, I think back in October with the High Priestess energy, which is this whole year, was also when we had the Las Vegas shooting. We had not only the Las Vegas shooting, we had just show you guys, I'm working on my 4 of cups for one of my decks. So that's why my desk right here is a mess. So I said that the next stand of attack, that the war has been started already. That the weather wars, they were messing with weather and having weather wars. And then also the Las Vegas shooting was also an attack. And then also I said the next thing that the global elite are going to do to us is try to attack, they're going to attack our financial system. And we see that going on now. Is this the attack I'm talking about, where they're messing with our elite, our system? I think so. Also, because I talked about Yellen in the other reading, she came up strong. Did she put things in place where now our economic system is starting to decline? Did she put things in place before she left as a ultimate, middle finger? Is she part of the elite? So this new guy that we have here, he's going to have a lot of things to go, because his birth cards are the Lovers and the Devils. And for him to be in this position, he has a lot of vices. He has a lot of vices, a very, shadow self, a lot of issues, and he's not very confident within himself. We could hope that he worked on this for years and that he's overcome this Lovers and Devils energy, and he's came out the other side. But I see this year for him is the Strength and the Star. So I think this year for him is going to be the hardest year for him. He's going to have to face his vices and his issues, and also what's going on globally within the market. And it can happen one or two things. He can face it head on, admit, his own shadow self, and get help and work through it. Because right now, if he doesn't, he has this lover issue. He could be bought. He could be blackmailed. He has this energy in his birth cards that he's the perfect one to be blackmailed and bought. So, but it's also this year for him is his Strength and the Star. So the strength means facing one's fears, facing one's adversities, facing things head on, looking at it head on, and dealing with it. If he does do that this year, not only in the professional, but on a personal level, then he will see the star. Then he will get enlightenment. Things will turn great. So it's like for us, it's going to be a big wait and see. So we're going to see what the cards. So that was just numerology, dealing with his birth cards and the tarot. I want to see, I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Aura-Soma deck. One for advice for him, and then one for advice for us. Because I also did a reading on Bitcoin, and I also said that the powers that be, those in law order is only going to let Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I guess, get so big. They're going to box them in and try to regulate it. And we're seeing that now. I've seen a post that some credit card companies or banks are trying to make it where you can't buy cryptocurrency with their stuff. So we're starting to see that too. The page. The page of water. So this is going to be an emotion. The page of water just showed. So it's planned. This thing was planned. The page is all about planning. This was planned. This whole thing was planned to hit us emotionally and try to work on our emotions. Okay, so I'm going to do Jerome Powell, advice for him, and advice for us. Okay? And then I'm going to use my Tarot of the Bastard. And then I'm going to see him. So I want to see what's in store for this man and where he's at and what's in store for him. Oh, thank you guys. There was a couple of people who gave donations and I was able to get a new SD card. It's on its way. So I want to thank you guys. You guys know who you are. And I appreciate it because my last SD card broke and I only had this little one, so I have to constantly, you know, stress out. But the other one's on the way. Another, I think it's 62 gigabyte or something, so it's easier for me to deal with. This one's only like 6 or 8, so it only like takes 3 videos or so it's kind of hard. Okay, so this is on Jerome Powell. I don't think this guy could either be the best thing that happens to us, because he, you know, or this can be like the starting of like us having a really hard time financially. You know, because this is him. He probably wasn't the best person to to be in this position. But this will see what type of man he is made out of. He will either prosper or he will sink, and we don't want him to sink. So hopefully all of us let us, you know, put some thoughts out there to help him, because this year for him, he's going to have to deal with his issues, and let's hope that he deals with them. So this is Jerome Powell. Okay. So he's stuck. Like, he doesn't know what to do. I think he realizes if you look behind her, so this is about indecision of, you know, not seeing things, you know, things aren't clear, not able to make a choice. He's on the fence of which way he wants to go. Whether, you know, maybe he's on the fence of whether to go with the global elite and the pressure, or, you know, go for the American people. We'll see. So and there's a lot of things. Remember, I said he's the perfect person to, you know, be blackmailed and stuff like that, or, you know, to be blackmailed or has been blackmailed. He's the perfect one because he has a lot of vices. So, and he's a very rich man. I think he has like $149 million. So when you're rich like that, you can have a lot of vices. You know, there's not much that is saying no to you. So he's on the indecision. Let's see. The cross to bear is, look at, perseverance, vision. But this is also the 7 of coins and losing something. So he has to make, remember, he's trying to make a choice. Is he trying to make a choice of, is he going to go with the global elite, like I said, and make us lose ourselves financially and lose, you know, our stock market, and we're going to go in some type of like economic recession or something? Or is he going to overcome all these issues, be straight, and, you know, and do what he's supposed to do? Because he's in the fear of self-preservation. He should have never took this position. He should have never took it because he's scared of his own self-preservation. But there's also a slash. If you see up here, it says vision. So he's on the 2 things of his indecision is to go forth on a vision of, you know, fixing our system. Because if you guys remember how the Federal Reserve was put in place in the beginning of, if you haven't read The Monster of Jekyll Island, That is an excellent book. I believe it. I think that's the name. The Monster of Jekyll Island, How the Federal Reserve Came into Place. So they've never been on our side. Or is he going to go for his self-preservation? We'll see. Underneath that is conflict and battle. So this is going to be, this is part of his 2018 year. His energy is to strengthen the star. Is he going to be the victor in this conflict of battle with these global elites? Or is he going to be the victor in this mental war? This mental warfare of intellect and moves and chess moves and stuff like that? Or is he not? Is he going to be this guy, or is he going to be the guy who's walking away with his tail between his legs? Is he going to allow them to win him? He's still indecisive of what he's going to do. So we need to really pray that this guy, you know, let's see, in the past, the security, he was all about, you know, going ahead for his own security, for wealth, and for power. So that was his main goal in the past, was to make as much money and be as powerful as possible. That was his goal, you know, and he's at that place now. That was his goal. That's been his goal. You know, let's see. I want to bring this down a little bit so you guys can probably see. Sorry about this because I'm doing it. Okay, so what's on his mind is he's kind of ecstatic. He's having joy. He's happy for his family and himself. He's kind of happy. But look at this. The Lord of Ruin. This is either going to ruin him or make it better. That's what he's on his mind. This is either going to be the best thing. Remember, he's still in the indecision. This is either going to be the best thing that happens for him, his family, and for us, or it's going to be the ruin of him and us, you know. Ooh. And he was really thinking about walking away. He was thinking about walking away. It's still in his mind of walking away. I think they came to him. I think he's getting it from both sides. I think he's getting it from the Trump advisors, is that you got to fix this, because Yellen put some stuff in play to have our stock market, to have our Federal Reserve right now. Things were put into place. Things have been put into place, and I've talked about it, Yellen and all that. So he's getting it from the global elite. Like, let this happen, you know. Let us be in ruin, you know. Let them feel it, because it's a war. The global elite are at the war with us as American people, and us as American people are divided, you know. So they are going to affect us emotionally, financially. So he has a choice to make, you know. And if he does make the choice, they're going to try to ruin him. The global elite are going to try to ruin him. He should have walked away. He was thinking about walking away. Let's see in the future. Love choices. This is the Lover's card. He is the Lovers. And it's all about choices, which showed in the middle. And it's also about choices. So his choices is going to determine the future. Like I said, the Lovers, he needs, you know, he needs to make the right choices. That's what the Lovers is about. You know, not only choices for oneself, not only in your love life, but the choices in general. To have confidence in yourself, in the choices that you make. I see that he has some advisors. So he has some advisors. He's not doing this alone. He has a woman and an elderly person that's kind of a mentor. So he's been advised. It also could be that it's, you know, the global elite and then Trump's, you know, and Trump's, you know, and he's in the middle trying to say, what choice am I going to make? All right. Ooh, resourcefulness. So it's either he's going to be resourceful, he's going to be resourceful and get out of this thing with the global elite, or he is going to betray us as the people and take off, you know, and not be good for us, because the Seven of Swords is deceit, betrayal. So it's either he's going to betray us, or he's going to betray them. Ooh, heartbreak. So his choice is going to cause heartbreak. But who is this choice is going to affect not only mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Ooh, prosperity, the Ace of Coins. So I think he's going to have a hard time. They might come after him if he chooses, and it looks like he might choose us. With this, for prosperity, it looks like he may choose us. It's looking like that, but it's going to come at a very great loss for himself. He's going to have to be cunning. But this is the year for him to do it. It's 2018. It's his strength and his star. If he works through his issues and don't allow these people to blackmail him and to use his vices against him, if he doesn't fight tooth and nail for who he is and take a stand for himself and face his own demons and his own thing, if he does that, we all will prosper. If not, we're going down. He's going to betray us. So this is the choice. He still hasn't made the choice yet of what he's going to do. And if he does give us prosperity, it's going to come at a very big cost to himself. And he's going to have to be resourceful and sneaky. And this is the Four of Coins is possession and holding the wealth for victorious. So I think he's going to hold our wealth together. I think he's going to make the right decision for us, the American people. It's going to cost. He's indecisive in his own mind right now. Like I said, he doesn't see. He's kind of thinking of self-preservation right now. He's kind of stressed out. But I think in the long run, he's going to make the right decision. He's going to make the choice. But at a big personal cost to himself. And this is going to be a big learning lesson. This is what he came on earth to do. This is part of God's plan. We came on this earth and we all choose a theme in our life. And this is his theme. This is his shining moment. He is either going to fulfill his life plan and deal with his stuff, or he's going to fail. And he's going to have to repeat it all over again. So it does look like he's going to make the right choice. It looks like it's going to take about a year. It's going to take about a year. Maybe a year and 4 months. A year and 4 months. But it looks like it's going to happen. Or it could be a month. But it looks like he's going to hold our wealth intact. And we're going to be prosperity. But it's going to be at a big cost to him. Here's advice for him is the Tower. Is sometimes you gotta let things just crumble. Everything that you held true before and that you wanted before, sometimes, like with his card is the Lovers and the Devil. Sometimes you just gotta let it all fall. You gotta let it all fall. And the Tower also means to me the government. Sometimes you just gotta let it go to bring in this enlightenment. Look at this. This is the Archangel Michael. Archangel, that energy is in here. Sometimes you got to let it fall to have that enlightenment at a big personal cost. Remember, it's going to cost him the Three of Swords. It's going to be a big personal cost. But sometimes you're going to have to let your own Tower event happen. Because from everything crumbling, you can become new again. You can become whole again. Things, looks better. You can only go down, but so far, and then you rise up again. So, look within your heart, Jerome Powell. Look within your heart and lead from your heart. And fight. You have your spirit guides. You have the spirit guide. You have the on your side to fight. They want you to win this battle. And for us American people, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Is that we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Take care of home. Take care of your heart. Take care of your family. Take care of your possessions. You know what I'm saying? Do for your family first. Do for your family first. Take care of home. Yes, there may be some problems, in the thing, but take care of home. Keep your heart centered. Your children, you know, think of the children, think of your family, think of home, and we will become prosperous. We will become prosperous. So don't let this stress that they're trying to give you, this fear that they're trying to give you, sway you. No, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Don't fall for this fear that they're trying to project to you. We're going to be okay. It might be scary at first, but we're going to be okay, because we're going to see things, because you're going to see him in the public, or even in, you're going to see things, and you're going to see the market, but within a year to 4 months, we're going to be better prosperity for us as the people. So, you know, just take care of home. So that's the end of the reading. This was for Jerome Powell. And I hope this was encouraging. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.